Hello everyone, I'm Oliver Adams. Some of you may know me as Ollie, and some of you may know me as Ollie. I'm going for LGS President. Next slide. Quick thing about me, I'm 20 years old. Well, that sounds scary to say. I'm not used to that yet. I'm a second year criminology student. I've been an LGS member for 2 years, and I've been a very active member this year, as opposed to my first year where I wasn't a particularly active member. So I've been on to council meetings for the last few weeks. I've been early to pretty much everything, and I've made a lot of friendships while I've been here. The experience, I think, qualifies me for this role. While I was in sixth form, I was a prefect on the yearbook and media team. Yearbook, well, I organised a few things for that, which was getting people to pay for it, like a year in advance, getting people to pre-book it and things like that, sending off for it, communicating a lot with companies, and as part of a big team. And the media team, which was an even bigger role, was I did organise things like large media events across the sixth form, which one of my favourite ones was the Harlem Shake we did. We managed to get the whole school doing a Harlem Shake, so we had to organise that, look at health and safety in that, and make a big fool of ourselves and film it and put it on YouTube. But another big thing in my life was I've been a member of the scouting community for pretty much since I was about 6. I was also an Explorer and Beaver Scout leader, which have given me a lot of experience as being in charge of a lot of people. Particularly as a Beaver Scout leader, I was in charge of a lot of small people, so that's not particularly age relevant. But I've been responsible for a lot of the goings on. So if anything went wrong, it would be entirely my fault. And as an Explorer leader, I've organised a lot of big events. Like I took well over 30 people to a big sort of camp gathering near Scotland for 10 days, and I had to start planning that a year in advance. That was I had to organise the money for that. I had to sort out shopping lists, everything that was needed for that. And then while I was there, I was in charge of all those people. And so if anything went wrong that far away from where I'm from, which was almost as far southeast as you can go in England, it would have been really bad, and luckily nothing did go wrong. And throughout this whole year, I've tried to keep a very close link to the society. I've offered help wherever I can, whether that be offering my setups for events or getting there early to help setting up. What's that? Yeah. Why me? I'm a particularly fun-loving person, but professional when it matters. So I'm good for a joke, like things like, you saw me in the princess dress, I'm willing to make a fool of myself. But I will look after the society if I'm president, and that involves all sorts of the nitty-gritty stuff, like talking to SU, making sure people are looked after and safe, which is very important. I'm quite approachable, so any issues people have with the society or any recommendations they might have, I'm willing to listen to, as well as criticism, which whether that be from the society itself or the council, I'll be able to listen to that and accept it and help to move on from that and make myself an even better president. Also, I'm very eager to learn. I don't know everything about being a president yet, and I will do my best to make sure I do that as quickly as possible. And the society will come first. I know I'm going into my last year of university, which is a very big thing with dissertations and that, but it will be my first priority. And I'll make sure I do the best I can to give back to the society that's honestly made my university experience incredible. I've made my best friends at university have been made here, and I'm really grateful for that. A couple of ideas I've had. I've thought of society face-offs and things like that have been done before, like bowling against jams. I think it's been done, but I'd like to bring that back because I quite like that competition between societies. I mean, they are like us, so any sort of face-off we can do to prove we are like them but better, I'd very much to influence. Even more fundraising. So the 24-hour event's been my favourite things I've been involved with since coming to the university. But things like the lead up to 24-hour events, like maybe turning regular LGS nights into fundraising nights. Like we had the nights where people would bring in their consoles and the games they were best at, and people would challenge them. I was thinking that could turn into a fundraising thing where you give 10p to someone, say I'm gonna try and beat Reese at Naruto, which I'm not gonna do. But I get you sort of rack up money that way and still have like the prizes that we'd have normally for people being the best at their own game, or for defeating people at the games they suppose they think they are the best at. Another thing that I think's been mentioned before was community polls. A lot of the ideas are come up with by the council, and I think I'd like to see maybe more of the community deciding what they want to see, and a lot of games that maybe we don't consider. So things like Fibbage, which the council told me, particularly Sam told me, was a big risk purchasing that, because I don't think it was very cheap, but it's turned out to be a really good tool for getting people to come and having a great time. I didn't think I'd enjoy it, but I really do. It's like my favourite game I've played in a very long time. And I'd like to take more risks with things like that, but as well as tournaments for games that people haven't really seen represented yet. And anything the current council haven't really had the chance to do. I mean, there's a lot of things that they will have wanted to do that haven't had the time to do, or the resources to do, and I'd like to do my best to make those things happen by communicating with them. And that's it. Any questions?